What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to OzSide Football, your number one source for all things football with an Australian twist. And we can now say, can we say we're brought to you by Helos and Co now?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, brought to you by Helos and Co, baby.
Brought to you by Helos and Co. We're getting the show put on Spotify soon.
Yes.
And we'll be, obviously we're both from Sydney, so lockdown stops us. But once that's done, we'll actually be in like a proper setup as well. So it'll be a lot higher production and also available on Spotify after this. So that'll be awesome.
Yes. Today we're bringing you the Transfer Weekly. Obviously, we're going to do transfers, rumours. We're going to do the same format as the last couple of weeks have been.
How about we switch it up? You go first.
All right. Rumours first then. I want to talk about... This is my favourite one because I like talking about Arsenal. Aaron Ramsdale to Arsenal for the reported 35 million. 35 million. For
Imagine we make a double signing of Aaron Ramsdale and Ben White for 85 million.
Woo!
That's what we're heading for. We're so fucked up. But yeah, I don't see why you'd even try and replace Ben Leno.
I don't think so either. I mean, I get
with a good back line in front of him and nothing happens.
Let me see. When does his contract expire? Because I don't think it's for a while, right? Contract expires
2025?
2023. So he's still got 2 years left.
Yeah, I don't know why they'd try and even replace him, man.
I thought they would replace him just because his contract's expiring, but apparently not. So, I don't know. You get the goalkeeper that just got... Well, he didn't single-handedly get Sheffield relegated, but he was part of the team that got Sheffield relegated and conceded all of those goals, and you're bringing him in. God. Yeah. Don't know.
Whether it's backup or front, I have no clue.
But why would you spend 35 mil on a backup? And then why would Ramsdale go to Arsenal just to be a backup? And he's only like 24, 25.
No, he's younger than that.
Really? Yeah, well then there you go. He could have just stayed with Sheffield in the Championship, had a good season, got promoted with them. And then maybe he moves next summer, but I don't know.
He could have gone to like a Brentford. Brentford need a keeper. David Raya's not going to stay in goals there. Like there's plenty of teams he could go to. Obviously, it'd just be in another relegation battle at Brentford. But if he's already had one, then what's the damage of going through another? Really?
I don't know. But I swear,
even Watford needs.
Yeah, Watford. Well, Ben Foster's...
I know the cycling GK is a fucking big part of everyone's heart, but the bloke's like 39 odd.
Yeah.
So, Watford need it. Like a lot of clubs need it.
Realistically, right? Say he gets announced, and then say he does his first interview, and he's like, "I've come here to fight for my place." And then Arteta's like, he's the backup to Leno, and then he's just like, you spent 35 mil on a backup.
Yeah, it'd be dumb. I don't see it happening.
If it does happen, I would be quite intrigued as to the reasoning behind it. Because why? It's just a reason. Unless they have someone...
all parties. Yeah. From all parties involved. Why? Ramsdale, why have you agreed? But also Arsenal, why have you made that?
Why have you made
that offering?
Exactly. That's exactly it. And then as well as that, like, you could have just... do you have someone in the waiting to bid for Leno? There's no rumours saying that Leno's going to leave. So why are you even looking for a keeper in the first place?
Yeah.
And 35 million. 35 million.
I love Leno, man.
Well, he's not a bad keeper, is he? He's good.
No, he's a great keeper.
Yeah,
Put him with a decent defence in front of him and you won't see a problem.
Well, exactly.
He's kept us in so many games. He's kept us, he's done so much for us, but it means, I just don't get the Arsenal recruitment, man. Fucking 35 million for a keeper that just got relegated and 50 million for Ben White.
I think the Ben White deal's that's pretty much done. I think that's one of those ones where it's just waiting for the final paperwork to be signed and then he'll be an Arsenal player. I think Arsenal's the only club that he wanted to join. We knew that Everton apparently were linked, but Arsenal were the one that Ben White wanted and Arsenal wanted him. So it looks like that deal's done now that the William Saliba deal's done as well. So you'll be having two Englishmen for 85 million.
So English tax, eh?
Well, the Cronkies are really giving it to the Arsenal fans, aren't they? Arsenal fans say, "You never spend the money. I hope Brighton get relegated," and there you
they
go.
spend it on the most useless shit. Yeah,
there you go. 85 million.
Spurs did all right with yesterday. If you're going to speak about, just to put it in comparison, is they signed Golini from Atalanta on loan,
with an obligation to buy.
A bit of business as a backup keeper. There's no reason that we can't.
Well, that's exactly it. Well, I would argue Golini's a much better keeper than Aaron Ramsdale, and 15 mil cheaper.
Much more proven.
Yeah,
much more proven. Yeah.
And if you I think it's like if he plays 20 games, then they have to pay the 20 million fee for him, or something like that. Which is fair enough. He might not play 20 games if he's the backup to Lloris, or maybe he will because he's good, and then they'll pay it happily.
Yeah.
So, speaking of Spurs, there are two big Spurs rumors that I wanted to talk about. One that I'm very excited about is apparently Bryan Gil is going to be heading to Spurs in a swap deal. In a swap deal, so Sevilla will get 25 mil plus Eric Lamela, and then Spurs get Bryan Gil. I like Bryan Gil. I think he's very, very, very good, and that's.
I like that deal for Sevilla.
I like that
as well.
deal. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that. Yeah,
nice
they got Ocampos and stuff like that there, so they're chilling in terms of attacking outlets.
Exactly. Well, they call him Bryan Gil. I think they call him in Spain Little Cruyff or Young Cruyff.
Yeah.
They call him that over there.
He's a baller. He's a baller. I think that's actually a very, that works out so well for both clubs.
Such a Tottenham deal.
Yeah, I tell you what, Levy does know what he's doing, doesn't he? It's a matter of the manager that seems to be. Yeah, well, normally the management, but nonetheless, that's a decent little deal there because Lamella's fucking useless at Spurs. He has one moment every season I've noticed with Lamella.
Yeah, he had that Rabona.
Yeah, and he's done the Rabona twice now.
Yeah,
he did one from outside the box before, and then he just comes up with some outrageous passes every once in a while. So it's definitely in there. But I feel like that Bryan Gil player could add, Spurs need, to realise they've got the best striker, arguably one of the best strikers in the world. You need to build a team around the bloke.
Yeah. Oh, Son just signed a new contract extension, so he's staying there for the foreseeable future.
That's what I was going to mention. So
yeah,
they haven't got a bad little thing building up there at all.
No, they don't. It's just whether or not Nuno can put the pieces together.
Yeah. Remains to be seen, doesn't it?
Another Atalanta boy is linked heavily to Spurs as well, Christian Romero. For 55 million, by the way.
Yeah, he's worth it. He's an animal.
I'd want to know, because I don't know too much about him. And obviously, you watch a lot of Serie A.
Yeah, Romero's a dead set weapon. I don't see Romero leaving Atalanta, though.
Really?
I don't see them letting him go at all. Because they're properly building a team for a title push and a Champions League push. That's what people don't realise. Yeah.
Well, Atalanta play a very specific style of football that I think it's very attractive.
Yeah, and they've got some good players. At the Euros, we actually saw a fair few, and Copa America, we saw a fair few players represented by Atalanta. And everyone thought, Papu Gomez was their star player. But even when he left, we still saw Ilicic, Zapata, Malinowski, Muriel, Darun, Roman Furula, Christian Romero, Rafael Toloi. All these players shine. So I think it'll be interesting. But I don't see him leaving Atalanta. I don't see Atalanta, even 55, I don't see them going, unless they find a replacement, because they are quite good in the transfer market. But I don't see them finding a replacement like that.
It's either going to be Christian Romero or I don't know how to say his first name. I'm not going to say it. It's Tomiyasu from Bologna. Yeah.
The Japanese guy. He's decent.
Bloke.
Yeah. He's actually very good. He was the best player at Bologna this year with I forget his name. Mo Barrow.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think Tomiyasu is good. What was the price tag around Tomiyasu?
I think it's 25 mil, 25
yeah, see,
mil.
that would be a decent deal.
Well, they just, Alderweireld just left for the United Arab Emirates for 13 mil, so he's gone.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, so he's gone. He left Tottenham, so there's a centre-back. Obviously, they're looking to get a new centre-back anyway. And
Dyer keeps playing there in the last few years, and he's shit at centre-back.
Yeah, so they're just looking for a partner for him. I like the Tomiyasu deal. I think that makes more sense than spunking 55 mil on Christian Romero.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get Ben White for that kind of money. Bloody hell.
Oh God.
Next one I wanted to talk about was Donyell Malen to Dortmund, 30 mil.
Yes.
Oh, boys.
Yes.
It's not
Makes the world
confirmed
a
yet.
bit more interesting.
It's not
doesn't it?
100% confirmed yet, but it's pretty much there. It's still a rumor,
Well-
technically, so I'm going to talk about it in rumors.
Sancho replacement
I
or
don't
back up
know.
to Haaland?
But why would you... I don't know. That's what I was going to say, because he's not a Sancho replacement.
Nah, Giovanni Reina will be the Sancho replacement.
Donyell Malen plays through the middle. Maybe they're looking at it as this season, Haaland replacement, get him within the system, train him to the way they want him to be trained, and then next season when Haaland leaves, Donyell Malen's already there to slot in.
That's true.
But 30 mil
That's true.
30 mil is a bargain.
Well, they play two up top.
Yeah.
But it remains to be seen, but 30 mil would be nuts, yeah.
30 mil's
Crazy what you
for
can get out of
Donyell
there.
Malen.
Hey, yeah.
I guess. And then
Crazy what
PSV
comes
will
out of
have
that
some 18-year-old ready to take his place.
Well, they got Naughty Muka. No, that's the Noni Madueke.
He's apparently moving to Crystal Palace.
Yeah, well, he had a nuts season over there. He's a Spurs junior, but he had a nuts season. He was their best player.
Yeah. PSV are very good. Their academy's so good.
Yeah. Well, PSV actually have some really good young players, but where they're really strong at the moment is they've got Aaron Zahavi, Israeli striker. They've got Mario Götze and Philip Max at left back, who are all... Well, Philip Max is somewhat senior, but the other two are very senior players, and they just whacked Olympiacos in the UCL qualifications this week, so... Like, they know what they're doing, PSV, and they won't be afraid to sell those players either.
No, that's it. Well, they knew that they couldn't keep hold of Donyell Malen this season, so selling him to Dortmund was a smart move, smart business for Dortmund to get someone of that quality.
And they'll have people coming in for Dumfries as well.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, hoping and praying.
Yeah, I know, hey. I'm telling me as an Arsenal fan.
Yo, give me Denzel.
Yeah. Fucking hell. No, we need Ben White. Left back.
Aaron Ramsdale.
Club's so fucked up.
Oh goodness. I don't know. I want to say this. I don't think it's real, but apparently Harry Kane to Man City has been in the media again for 160 million. Apparently another bid has been submitted for 160 million. I don't think it's real. But, and I 160 million, man. I don't know if you...
Too much.
That's too much, right? For a 28-year-old that consistently gets injured. I know he's the top goals and the top assists, but...
That's the thing about top goals, top assists. It's just,
I know, he's...
I don't know. I feel like that's just too much money.
English tax.
I think it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from. Anything over 100 mil is too much for a footballer, personally.
Yeah, well, that's the way the market's going. It all started with Neymar.
In the grand scheme of life, I think it's too much. Well, normally these clubs that bid so much are owned by the Middle Eastern royal families.
Rich billionaires.
Yeah. Oh, mate, billionaires is least of what they are. They're trillionaires sometimes. Like, they're legit bloody... They have too much money, so that's why they're happy to throw 136 million.
It's ridiculous.
Harry Kane? Don't know.
But then as well as that, you think about it. So say this happens, will Spurs reinvest that properly, unlike what they did with Gareth Bale? Remember when they signed Roberto
I think
Salgado?
they would. I think Levy's actually got it like a bit of... I think Levy's had the fuck-ups. I think Levy actually has an idea of like, all right, this is what I need to do here.
Well, maybe they know that he's going, right? And then that's why they're going to spunk 55 mil on Christian Romero.
Well, yeah, maybe. But like players like Son's an unreal signing. Lucas Moura's a good signing still. Like, who was to know Dele Alli would turn out shit?
Yeah.
A few years ago, like who was meant to know
boy.
that Dele Alli? Yeah, he was meant to be the best. Like, he was meant to be a key part of that England squad that just played in the Euros.
Yeah.
Instead, he's not even
nowhere
near
close.
it. Eze was closer to getting selected than him.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I think Spurs actually have an idea of what they're doing. If that money did come through, whatever funds it is, I think City are just hoping they can outweigh like whatever offer PSG or like Real Madrid would make. They can outweigh that not only with money but a benefit of because they've got to work against the fact that they are in the Premier League and Levy would not want to sell to a competitor. So they've got to work with their price tags of PSG and Real Madrid and then also try and add value onto that however he can. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see other players involved.
In like a sort of swap deal type of thing.
Just swap deal plus a fair bit.
Yeah, I can see that happening. Speaking of rich billionaires from Saudi Arabia, PSG want Paul Pogba after Paul Pogba reportedly rejected a $50 million contract.
Don't do it, Pogba. Don't do it, Pogba. If you watch this, Pogba, which you're not going to watch this, but if you do it, don't do it.
Stop.
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Stop it.
They won't love you.
Stop.
I go for Arsenal, but I love watching you play. No, I think like we've said, if PSG don't win the UCL and their title this year, every player should just pack up and go to Watford. Because I guarantee if they went to Watford, they'd win it. Yeah. It has to be something wrong with PSG if they've don't
got some
win.
juju. They've got something going on there.
Yeah, there has to be something wrong if they can't win it. Because they just... Who knows, hey, but...
Well, Pogba's only got a year left on his contract. So either United have to sell now or he'll leave for nothing.
That's the thing. But the thing about Pogba is I don't know. I think he came from Le Havre in France.
Mate.
I could be so wrong there, but I don't know where he came from. Because he was at United very young, but from United...
Langny-sur-Marne. I don't know how to say that. Langny-sur-Marne. Oh, he was born in Paris.
Le Havre. Yeah, but he came from Le Havre under 17s over to the thing.
Oh, right. I thought you said
Le Havre have produced the Mendy brothers and stuff like that. But and Mahrez. But yeah, we don't know where he's French. Like we don't know who he grew up going for or anything like that. So, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I think Pogba must probably take the deal because there'll be so much money on the table from PSG.
Oh God, yeah.
The marketability of Pogba is huge.
Imagine that you have Neymar, Mbappe, and Paul Pogba on your team.
Mm-hmm.
That is far
Di
out.
Maria, Hakimi,
Di Maria,
Verratti,
Sergio Ramos, Donnarumma.
Wijnaldum, yeah, Keylor Navas, Kimpembe, Marquinhos.
Bloody hell!
So what do you do?
What do you do?
They've got to win it, but even when they do win it, you go, "Oh, you just bought it though." Like,
I guess so, yeah.
But, yeah, like you
didn't deserve it.
Yeah. but yeah, Pogba. I think Pogba will go if he has rejected, and United should be smart enough to go. We should fucking let him go.
Yeah, exactly. United should
play Donny Van de Beek.
Did you see Donny?
How hard is it?
He looks like a Make-A-Wish kid in his Man United kit, like when he took photos of him.
He needs to play. We saw what he did against Real Madrid. The whole world watched.
Everyone watched. Hell yeah.
He was the star. He was the star. And he gets to United and he just sits on the bench and you just think to yourself, what the fuck are you thinking, Ole?
He's at the wheel till 2024 though.
Yeah, so I've seen this week.
Yeah, he's at the wheel for longer. I don't think anyone's like, oh my God, yes.
Yeah. But they've done all right, I reckon.
Yeah, they've done all right. I mean, he's done all right.
Yeah, compared to what I thought he'd do. But yeah, I think Pogba will go to PSG personally.
I think so too. Max Aarons, the Norwich right back to Atletico Madrid because Kieran Trippier is apparently going to Man United. So apparently Atletico want to get Max Aarons. I think that's great for him.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I think that'd be fantastic. Go to Spain, like genuinely challenge for trophies in Spain.
Join a title-winning team.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good replacement for Kieran Trippier as well. Same type of right back, like someone that wants to bomb on and then do defensive duties as well. So I think that's a pretty good deal. if you let a 32-year-old go and you bring in a 22-year-old young upcoming right back.
Why do United want Trippier?
I don't know. Don't ask me. Ask Ollie. He's at the wheel. You think about it. Right back. You got Wan-Bissaka, Trippier. Say Trippier comes in. Diego Dalla. That's 3 right there.
Yeah, I don't know why they'd want Trippier, but
Brandon Williams, who can play either left or right back.
I was about to say, Brandon Williams can do a job in there as well.
English tax. Just English players. Just
massive.
English. Are you familiar with Leon Bailey from Leverkusen?
Yes. I'm a big fan of the Jamaican man.
Aston Villa are reportedly going after him for a 30 million deal.
Makes sense.
And
similar
Everton.
Yeah, makes sense. First of all, the Villa one makes sense. Very similar to Bertrand Traore. Very similar. For those who don't know, Leon Bailey burst onto the scene a few years ago in Belgium, made his way to Leverkusen, had a few good seasons, then turned to shit. And then this year, he just
I don't know what
was
happened,
on
bro.
one.
Like he
just was on one. He's always been good, but just came back and he was been absolutely on one, and made Leverkusen end up having a decent little season. So now I think the Everton one makes sense because they've just brought in Damari Gray, who I imagine would have somewhat of a friendship with Leon Bailey after the amount of time that Leverkusen together. So I feel like Everton could use with it as well, considering
we bloody need him.
Bernard.
We bloody
just got rid of Bernard. And Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin are proving time and time again they need to get the ball. Plus, one of your players is going to jail. So
yes.
Yeah. What do you do?
Yes. What do you do?
You sign Leon Bailey.
Well, the thing is, right, so Villa have very rich owners, but they have done pretty awful business and they're hamstrung by FFP rules and the Premier League rules regarding that. The reason I can see the fact that they're doing moves like Buendia for 40, Leon Bailey for 30, could they be knowing that they're going to sell Jack Grealish for 100 mil to City, knowing that they're going to have some room.
If there's not FFP rules on City, if they sign Grealish and Harry Kane, I'll stop watching football. I'll stop. I'll tune in and watch a Fiorentina game every week. I won't care about UCL. I won't care about Premier League. It's even like PSG. Bro, how they're getting away with financial fair play here, I have no clue.
200. That always say City do that. That's 260 million that they just spunked on two players.
That's not that. How's that fair?
Well, look. Say if Villa could, they would have done Buendia, Leon Bailey, whoever, and kept Jack Grealish if there was no FFP. Same with Everton. Everton would just spunk however many. Same with heaps of clubs. But they can't. But
it's true.
Yeah.
I feel like Leon Bailey would do a job at either club.
I think so too. I really want him at Everton.
Yeah. Everton need him more than Villa do.
That's what I'm saying. I know. Just give it to us. Think about that. Think about that strike.
Especially this off-season boys, eh?
Ollie Watkins up front.
Buendia, Grealish, Leon Bailey, El Ghazi, Bertrand Traore.
Wow.
All those, and John McGinnon behind them.
Yeah.
And Douglas Luiz and Marvelous Nakamba and shit like that as well.
Bloody hell. Aston Villa. They're coming back.
How do they do it?
They're coming back.
Yeah, they are. They're returning to their glory days. But Everton need Leon Bailey more. I'll say that much.
Another winger. This is my last one. Another winger that's been linked to a host of Premier League clubs. Samuel Chukwueze from Villarreal.
Yeah. Baller.
Absolute baller.
Proper good player.
Liverpool is the one that's the strongest link out of everyone. And then smaller links would be Man United and Everton. I think Man United is just there for Liverpool to be like, we don't want them to get him, so we'll get him. Yeah, that's not happening. It's either but
they got Greenwood on that right hand side, man. And Traore, the kid Diallo Traore. They don't need United don't need another.
No, exactly. I think Chukwueze. I would love Chukwueze at Liverpool. At Everton. Similar to Leon Bailey, left-footed right winger. But I feel like the Liverpool one is the one that's more prominent. I think Everton's name's just there.
Yeah, that's fair. It makes sense as well.
It does make sense. But then where does he play?
Chukwueze?
Yeah, for Liverpool.
I see him playing at the. I don't know. Liverpool's a funny one, but he would definitely come on because Shaqiri and stuff get plenty of minutes as well. So there's no reason why Chukwueze wouldn't fit into that system.
Is he a Shaqiri replacement, or is he a Mohamed Salah long-term replacement?
I don't think you replace Mohamed Salah long term. Sorry, I'm charging my laptop.
That's all right. I don't. Yeah, because
Yeah,
Mohamed Salah, the goals and the assists that he provides for that team, like,
yeah,
insane.
I don't think he. You saying that Sadio can play up front and Bobby's a bit out of form, or he's just like I said, a Shaqiri replacement. They need a bit of depth because you don't know who's going to get injured when. So, like Chukwueze, and nonetheless, wherever he goes, he'll do a job.
Yeah, great
great
little winger.
Yeah.
Fantastic baller.
All right. Well, is it on to the confirms?
Yep. Confirms.
All right, everyone. Here's my confirms of the week. We've got a few, and some are from a few weeks ago that I have missed, and my sincerest, deepest apologies for that.
Condolences to all that you've lost.
Yep, condolences. That's for sure. All right. So all right, this is our favourite club of the transfer window so far for Jaden and I. Justin Kluivert and Mario Lemina have signed for Nice. Mario Lemina on a $5.5 million deal. Justin Kluivert on loan because Roma do not want to get rid of possibly the DNA of older Kluivert and what could come of Justin in due time. Mm-hmm. So they, Nice have now signed Calvin Stangs. Also got Kasper Dolberg up front. Still got Claude Maurice with Mario Lemina as well to replace Liz Malou, who went to Norwich. So they've done bits in that.
Imagine that front three is pretty good. Kluivert, Dolberg, Stengs.
Yeah, and then having Lemina and Claude Maurice in the middle, and Lemina being a direct replacement for Liz Malou and not spending as much, and Lemina's younger.
Yes.
So that's all I saw in Ligue 1 this week, really. There wasn't too many crazy signings over there. Marseille settled down and PSG have settled down for now. If we just go to Portugal quickly, we saw Maite. I can't say his first name. He plays for Torino. He went to Benfica for $6 million. So that Benfica midfield of like Pizzi, Servi, and João Mario as well is really starting to strengthen up. And then Marco Grujic went to Porto on loan.
Yes.
So Porto strengthening, Benfica strengthening. We're going to see this happening as soon as Sporting won the league. They were not going to let them get too much further away. Not at all. So we have two transfers to AC Milan this week. We saw Brahim Diaz go on an extension for another $3 million. He's already there, so that's no crazy news there. But we also saw their most handsome man in world football, Olivier Giroud, sign on a $1 million deal.
What?
Yeah.
Giroud.
So, yeah, they got a retirement home up front, but I like it. I really do like it.
You know, Ibrahimovic and Giroud.
Yeah, but I like it. Well, they got Rebic and whatnot, and Rafael Leao's like around our age, like young 20s, so they'll be sweet.
I like what Milan's doing.
Yeah, I like what they're doing too, and they got a lot more to offer. If we go to Netherlands, where I'm hoping that league starts to strengthen more and more, which I feel like it is, we saw Stefan Berghuis stay within Netherlands. Could have gone anywhere, but he went from Feyenoord to Ajax for only $5.5 million after a very impressive season. And then we saw Feyenoord do a fair bit of decent business. We saw him bring in Alizira Jahanbakhsh from Brighton. You'd most probably all know him from his bicycle kick. But in fact, Jahanbakhsh was a baller for Alkmaar, I believe, before he went to Brighton. Yeah,
he knows the league. He'll do well there.
Came for $1 million. He was signed for $1 million. So, like, they've just sold Berghuis because I think Berghuis had limited retirement amount on his contract. So they've sold him for a cheap fee, but also brought in Jahanbakhsh for $1 million. Brighton just getting him off the books. He obviously didn't fit that. I feel like when you go to a lower English club and you're a very flair-based player,
Yeah, it's not going to work.
it's 1 in 100 work. Like,
it only works for Crystal Palace.
At this point in time, yeah, because if you think about like Southampton and stuff like Buffal and, some of the players they've had come through, they're extremely flairful, but
Elianusi.
Like it happens at all of them, but nonetheless, even Everton at sometimes like they struggle with because it's a meat grinder of a league. So but Jad Bakash, I guarantee once he's at Feyenoord, will get back into some decent form. The toe pick and lead Iran to a decent run of the World Cup, representing Asia. I'm very proud to always watch teams like Iran play because they've been doing bits over the past few years. So he'll be doing that purely for World Cup reasons as well, I reckon.
Yeah.
So we also, on the other side of Nice business, we saw Stanley and Soki, a fullback from them. He went to Club Bruges in Belgium for 6.5 million. Now, I put that one in just because it was like a bit of like a replacement for a transfer that's coming up, but also showing Nice are happy to get people off the books, which is showing that people are coming. Now, the most surprising one of the week, which I was genuinely shocked when I saw the fee. We saw John Cordoba from Berlin, Hertha Berlin, go to Krasnodar for 20 million.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why?
That's what I said. I woke up, looked at my phone, saw it. I said, what the fuck?
Why?
Well, Cordoba didn't have the greatest season, but I don't think he's worth 20 million, but I think Russians just have to pay that bit extra, don't they?
I guess so.
Because according to Transfer Market, he's only worth 15. But the thing about Cordoba is he hasn't even he's just played in Germany his whole life. He played at Granada for a bit after coming across from Mexico and whatnot. But yeah, I don't understand it. But he signed for 20 million, and Krasnodar aren't the biggest club, so.
Oh bloody hell! Maybe I'm worth 20 million.
Yeah. So we saw that, and that was interesting. And now we go to the Bundesliga.
Oh, yes.
We saw Lucas and Nepcha go from City to Wolfsburg for 8 million. At Wolfsburg, I imagine he's back up to Wout Weghorst.
I like Wout Weghorst. I think he's just like a tall target man, and I like it.
And he gets in there.
God, he gets in there.
Yeah, and then we saw Odilion Cosson now. He's a Ivorian defender. He's gone from Bruges to Leverkusen for 23 million. So Bruges obviously signing and then releasing. Leverkusen shoring up the future.
Yeah.
I don't know much about him, so I can't speak on it. And I honestly did not do too much research into it before I logged on to do this podcast. But I remember seeing it during the week and thinking, wow, 23 million, I haven't heard of him. Pretty interesting.
That is very interesting.
Yeah, but obviously we're not the football officers of Leverkusen and we're not the financial officers. So
no, don't speak German.
And we don't. No, exactly.
Oh, God, yeah.
And then we go to our beautiful little league of the Premier League. Such a small league.
Such a small market cap league.
We saw Pierluigi Golini go from Atalanta to Spurs on loan. Mm-hmm. So this one happened a few weeks ago, but we saw Imran Louisa from Nantes go to Watford. Brazilian boy. No, not Brazilian. French, sorry. And then now this one surprised me as well because it's another 23 million fee for a young defender. It was Mark Guay. Is that right? From Chelsea to Palace?
I think he's Mark Guy. Yeah,
Mark Guy. However it's pronounced, nonetheless, Palace are doing bits, whether you like it or not.
Oh, God, yeah. I love what Palace is doing.
Palace are winning the league.
I'm telling you right now, Palace, they're going to say, Harry Kane? No, stop that. Mark Guy.
Yeah, Wilfred Zaha, got it already. Yeah. So they're sweet. I thought, yeah, look, London boy, so he doesn't have to move.
No.
Obviously wants to play. He'd just come off a great season at Swansea.
Yeah.
And that was actually from going on to the Swansea fan page I went onto the Swansea fan page on Instagram when I saw it because I realised he just played for Swansea, and they were on there and they were going like, "Best of luck! Like we wish we could have signed you permanently."
Yeah. Well, I think they're also looking to sign Joachim Anderson from
Yeah.
Lyon that just had a really good season at Fulham. So Palace, man, fuck,
Getting in
They're gonna
there,
win the
throwing
league.
their weight around.
they're
Yeah.
going to win the league. Have you seen the Palace documentary on Amazon?
No, I haven't.
It's so good.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch
When
it.
Eagles-
I feel like
when
Palace
Eagles
is
dare.
our favourite second team.
I like Palace. Steve
Yeah, I feel
Parish,
like
good on him.
Yeah, I feel like we both agree that Palace is our second team.
Yeah, they're so good.
But Damari Gray obviously went from Leverkusen to Everton for 2 million.
Triple signing, baby.
Yeah.
All for 1.5 mil.
Yeah, yeah, I know. And guess what? Yeah, they're all. It still doesn't hide the fact Gylfi Sigurdsson's a nonce.
No.
But nonetheless, no matter
No,
how
it
good
doesn't.
Everton do in this window, we'll all remember it for
We could
one
sign
reason.
Denzel Dumfries and Leon Bailey and nothing matters.
Yeah. But Sancho from Dortmund and Man U was actually confirmed. Like
Fully
everything's
confirmed.
fully confirmed. It was confirmed a few weeks ago, but this is actually like fully United player, whatnot, no doubt.
That's weird that he's wearing 25 though.
Yeah, I agree. But
It just
maybe you
doesn't
wanted
look
it.
right.
Yeah, maybe you wanted it. Maybe it's one of those things. It's like AC Milan, the number 9 shirt. It's just like maybe you didn't want to wear a certain shirt number because it was a curse.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Imagine in the shop, you're just looking and you're like, Sancho 25. Just doesn't.
Yeah. Donnarumma wears 99. Like, it's just
Donnarumma wears 50 now. I think that's
He
amazing.
took 50 at PSG.
He took 50.
He's so weird.
I like
But
it.
anyway, yeah, he's weird, bro. Even when he's like saved the winning penalty, he got up and didn't realize the game was over. But anyway,
Oh, yeah.
the 25 shirt thing, there's most probably a reason behind it that we'll find out. Nonetheless, we moved to the team that is defying all expectation and has proved me wrong this last week. They did a bit of business. They brought in Frank Onyeka from Michelin to Brentford to 10 million. The reason why I know about Frank Onyeka is because a man by the name of Awima Bill, as all my Aussies should know, plays for Michelin. So I got to witness Frank Onyeka play, and monster, Nigerian centre defensive midfielder, physically wise, tackling wise, and just pure like demand for like lack of presence is what you'll always get out of these like talented African defensive midfielders, and he's one of them, Frank Onyeka. So he's 10 million, and like Brentford just doing bits. If he's
Christopher
had a big
Ayer
club
as
in Michelin,
well.
yeah. And so, as I was about to say, Christopher Ayer came in for 15 million, proven defender at Celtic. Celtic are coming off a shit season, but nonetheless, it is a proven defender. Ayer played at Hull, I believe, before Celtic. So,
He's still really young.
yeah, and has had experience in England. And then last confirmed transfer of the week, I've most probably missed some, so you're going to have to forgive me. But last one is Albert Lokonga, signed for Arsenal on a permanent.
Woo! The
17.5.
Gunners!
All our problems are solved. But no, seriously, it's
That's a good signing.
refreshing to see. Yeah, it's refreshing to see us not sign some recycled old bloke when we signed some young, promising talent. And I'm sure him and Thomas Partey will form a formidable relationship within our midfield.
That's a very good signing. Obviously, came from Anderlecht.
And anyone Vincent Company speaks high of, I am willing to say,
100%.
bring him to the club.
100%. So I'm very excited to see what he does at Arsenal. After you sign Ben White for 50 mil and Aaron Ramsdale for 35 mil. That's a lot of money you're spending this season.
Yeah, well, if we're spending in the right places, it'll all count. But if we're not, then we're just wasting money, which would be typical Arsenal.
Oh, well.
Fiorentina yet to sign someone, but we'll wait. We'll get it all done. We signed Nicolas Gonzalez. How silly of me. But
you just said that on the first ever episode. You say he's going to be the best signing in world history or something.
Yeah, but now we are in the trenches. We do need to sign more people, Fiorentina. Arsenal are doing pretty well compared to us. So, yeah.
Oh, well. That's transfers. Once again, brought to you by Helos and Co. Shop the... What did you just bring out in the shop recently?
I just re-upped like the value tees and crossover tees, but championship season is coming, and I'm hoping to launch at the start of the football season. So there'll be hoodies and shirts around that.
Helos and welcome to Helos and Co.
Of course. Thank you for watching, everyone. Like, comment, subscribe. Sorry about the camera angle today. It's been a bit of a golden hour, but nonetheless, follow us on TikTok, follow us on Instagram.
Yes.
Like and subscribe on YouTube. Drop a comment if you think we're idiots. And on Facebook, get in there and show some love.
Yep, and don't forget, as we said last week, stay on side and stay not racist. See you later.
Me and Lil J, we Scotty MJ. Bashing the rock, we hitting the fade. Pull up in a whip with 21 babes. Here come the bastards, 21 days. Gun you, boy, I know he's a waste. Baby, I know that you want a little taste. I know you want all the bass in your face. Brand new bag and brand new nails. Me and Lil J, we Scotty MJ. Bashing the rock, we hitting the fade. Pull up in a whip with 21 babes. Here come the bastards, 21 days.